Her family moved into a new home, and then a few months later, her hair began falling out.
Well, coincidence? Well, according to a Gainesville woman's complaint to the state medical board, a self-proclaimed international mold expert wrongly blamed her illness on her house. Well, Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis returns with more on his investigation into the so-called mold doctor. Randy?
That's right, Rustin. Today, the title doctor is what multiple patients and former employees tell state investigators that Michael Pugliese liked to call himself. He says he's got an alternative health doctorate, but never calls himself a doctor. He's connected, though, to a local mold clinic and testing company that people like Jenny Wright found on the internet.
Play the chord you know.
What was that? That was horrible.
Fun times in the home of the Wright family. But the true smiles in this house came only recently.
It could have been a coincidence. We moved in here in October 2012. My hair started to fall out in December.
The questions would come in bursts of panic. What was suddenly making Jenny Wright so sick? Her doctors thought it might be a hypoactive thyroid. But last year, Jenny took to the web and found Michael Pugliese offering another possibility: mold in her house.
It made me wonder. Not that I've ever seen it, not that it smelled moldy or was dirty in any way.
She and her family visited the National Treatment Centers for Environmental Disease in Alpharetta, all four submitting samples to Biotrek Laboratories at a total out-of-pocket cost of $1,000. Husband Jeremy skeptical, but supportive.
I didn't want to be the reason why she wasn't better.
All four urine test results would come back exactly the same: positive for mold.
Really? And I was there looking at my husband going, oh my goodness, we've got mold. You know, I'm panicking.
I thought, all this time I've been wrong. Here I am. I'm the reason why my wife might not be better.
According to her medical board complaint, Pugliese urged Jenny to immediately get out of the house, throw away all their belongings, and start taking these special minerals to help flush all those toxins from her body. But multiple former employees told the Fox 5 I-Team patients did not get what they thought they were paying for. One told us those urine mold tests always came back positive. While the federal government did license the Biotrek lab itself, the Centers for Disease Control calls those kind of urine mold tests conducted there inappropriate and unvalidated. And as for those special Pugliese minerals, this employee shot video of himself packing the liquids without any gloves or mask, the whole time sitting in the laundry room of an old Gainesville house.
Why are you manufacturing minerals in here and packaging them in a situation that's just not sterile?
Pugliese wouldn't answer our questions. His attorney would only say those former employees are disgruntled to admit they were fired, although they dispute the reasons. The attorney says if the chemicals were put together in a laundry room, it happened only once. He would not show us where he claims they were really packaged.
Making solutions in a laundry room? That should be done underneath a chemical hood, under sterile conditions.
Dr. Jack Thrasher is a California toxicologist with a national reputation in mold research. He says he's never been to Pugliese's clinic and has nothing to do with him. But Jenny told medical board investigators she assumed the nationally recognized Thrasher was part of Pugliese's operation.
It said Dr. Jack Thrasher on the back door. We never met a Dr. Jack Thrasher. No one ever opened the door.
I don't think it was an accident. I think it was deliberate. He was using my name to make him look good.
Pugliese's attorney would not respond for comment.
What made you fall in love with this house?
It was just, the neighborhood was beautiful.
Yet last year they walked around here in a daze, trying to decide what to throw away.
We don't have a lot, but what we have is important to us, so it was just heartbreaking.
She says Pugliese told her to hire an unrelated company to come out and test the air inside. She did. The test came back normal. According to her complaint, Pugliese told her they did the wrong test, so the Wrights paid for a second home air test. That one, it reached the same result: normal.
We were going to lose our home. We were going to lose all of our furniture, all of our belongings. We had no mold.
Nearly 4 years after moving in, only Jenny is sick. She's been diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, an ailment of the thyroid that her doctor told her has nothing to do with mold.
According to her complaint to the state medical board, when Jenny tried to ask Pugliese more questions, he told her she had to spend more money to buy a book that had all the answers. His book, The Homeowner's Guide to Mold.
She says insurance covered most of the cost of their encounter with BioTrek and the National Treatment Centers, but they're still out of pocket more than $3,000. Still, Jenny's more worried about others like her who may also go online trying to solve the mystery of why they're so sick.
They're desperate. I was. They're having their heart broken, and they're not getting better.
Both BioTrek and the National Centers for Environmental Disease are still open for business, and they can still be easily found on the internet.
Wow. So Jenny and her entire family was tested then for mold?
Yeah, tested and all came back positive, Sine. The parents and the kids. And get this, the son had acne when he came into the clinic. And according to her complaint to the medical board, the clinic said, oh, that's mold. Those lesions on there, that's from mold. No, they were from acne. And his face is cleared up and he's doing fine. He's just a teenager.
Well, glad he's doing fine, and she's got a proper diagnosis, and they're in their home.
And they're happy.
All right, good.
That's great.
Randy, thanks.